Thank you, Dean Christina Fong, for that lovely introduction. And welcome, class of 2026. It is an honor to address you and your loved ones on this beautiful day. For those I didn't get the pleasure of meeting, my name is Eleri Lyon. I want to give a special thank you to my family, my parents, Brenda and Jim, and my friends, but also every person I've interacted with in this room, big or small. Whether you realize it or not, you've helped shape me into the person I am today, and I want to say thank you. And I promise I am not here to give a recap of my college accomplishments. That's what LinkedIn is for. I'm here to talk to everyone in this room, because this moment, right here, it's shared. We all arrived at the University of Washington in different ways. For me, I came from Concordia, a small international school in the Pudong suburbs of Shanghai, China. I was on the same campus from 1st until 12th grade. I never had to be the new kid, and I didn't experience a lot of change. Then I decided to come to the University of Washington, coming not only to a state I'd never been in, but a school I never toured. The website showed a very sunny campus, which is slightly misleading. But the important thing is that I knew no one. I came to UW without a built-in community, without a clear path, and without knowing where I fit in. As I stepped on campus for the first time, I realized I was excited to finally have the space to define who I wanted to become. Ironically, growing up in one of the largest cities in the world, I felt liberated by the 20 square feet I could call my own on the 8th floor of McCarty Hall. It's strange to me now to think I'm president of Delta Sigma Pi, an organization on campus with more members than my 70-person high school graduation class. In many ways, I was underprepared to navigate the countless social interactions and adult decisions my freshman year self would have to make. But over the next 4 years, Foster helped me grow. Yes, college is meant for getting a degree, but it's also meant to build connections, and it's how we learn and where we learn to be a true person. We learn from the people around us, from the big decisions, and the tiny humbling ones. As one of your classmates, I want to share my 3 tenets I've learned at my time at Foster. Probably not all unique to me, but important to all of us as we walk across this stage and step foot in the next chapter of our lives. The first tenet is about friction. Coming from a small school, relationships were never something I had to worry about. I never had to maintain them. I saw everyone in my life every day. But coming to college, relationships suddenly required effort. Very quickly, I realized it could have been weeks since I last saw my friend until I bumped into them in passing. This has led me to appreciate the idea of meaningful friction. It's the idea that it shouldn't be easy, but it shouldn't be hard. And I'll be the first to admit, it took me a while to learn the difference. The relationships that matter, the ones that last, they require effort. They require showing up, even when it's inconvenient. They require honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. But they should not feel forced or feel like something you have to fight to maintain. I remember talking to my friend Enrique. He was debating whether to go to a friend's performance. He was tired, it had been a long day. It would have been much easier for him to stay home. But he said something that stuck with me. It will mean more to them than the effort it will cost me. It's a big moment in their day, but a small ask in mine. In the end, the joy we feel from our closest relationships comes not just from the easy moments, but from the effort behind them, the hard conversations, the compromises, the ways we show people how important they are to us. So when something matters, let it require friction. Just make sure that that friction is meaningful. The second tenet is about success. There is this quiet pressure, especially in business school, to compete. We all fell victim to Foster Capstone, or we've gone up against friends in the more than 30 student-run organizations to be on exec or even just become a member. I know I felt at times not only that there isn't enough success to go around, but that someone else's achievement might take away from my own. This quite simply is not true. I challenge you to find collaborators, not competitors. We don't live in a winner-takes-all world, and the fact at the end of the day is this: Success is not a finite resource. Look around, these are your peers. We are all in the same graduating class, and we've all made it here today. Foster is proof that success was never meant to belong to just one of us. Across Foster's student-run organizations, women hold nearly 60% of exec positions. 60%. I am incredibly proud to be one of those women. And honestly, when I first learned this statistic, I was not surprised, because this is the Foster I have known. So when I later read that women make up barely 30% of senior corporate leadership, I was surprised. Not because I didn't believe it, but because it felt so different from the reality I had lived in college. Foster has shown me that when the playing field is based on merit, passion, and collaboration, we don't just participate, we excel. When we stop treating success like a limited number of seats and start seeing it as something we can build together, more people rise. The reason I'm standing up here today is that people embraced me, nominated me, and above all, they believed in me. So remember, the people around you are not your obstacles. They are your allies. Success is not finite. It's something that we can, that we will build together. The third tenet is about freedom. There is a quote I love from Oscar Wilde that goes something like this: "If you know what you want to be, then you will inevitably become it. That is your punishment. But if you never know, then you can be anything. That is your reward." I have spent so much time trying to define myself, putting labels on who I am and what I should become. But maybe we're not meant to be fixed things. We are not nouns, we are verbs. We learn, we create, we change, we grow. We are given the freedom to try something new and to become something unexpected. Some of my favorite courses at UW had nothing to do with my degree. Classes like black and white film photography or Introduction to Performance Art, where my friend Lily and I once spent an hour atop a giant piece of paper drawing and erasing a single pencil line. Yes, I said art, not marketing class, but these courses weren't optimized towards a career path, but they shaped the way I see the world nonetheless. I found a freedom in trying things without knowing exactly where they would lead. I know many of us have felt this pressure to have everything figured out or to have something lined up, but not knowing keeps your potential infinite. Our lives are non-binary. We get more than 2 choices of the paths we go down, which means that all paths will look different. These choices shape us, and we cannot forget that this is an enduring process. To truly embrace freedom is to explore and redefine ourselves. There is a freedom in not having it all figured out. And as we leave this place, that freedom is ours. My transition getting here 4 years ago was from a 70-person graduation class to the now 700 peers that fill this room. The transition we will all experience after today will be from these 700 familiar faces to the breadth of the world. In this, we need to apply the tenets we've learned, the values we've garnered, and embrace the adversity that comes with this. After today, there is not much that is certain, but I am sure about this. You will feel friction. Make it meaningful. You will find success. Share it. You will experience uncertainty. Find freedom in it. And above all, embrace the fear of change, because life is about the transitions. Thank you. Class of 2026, congratulations!